Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 minute to go. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to VR Essentials, where we talk about the practical uses of virtual reality and also VR entertainment, educational entertainment. Hi guys, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining the stream. Sorry, I move out the camera. Ooh. There's the camera over there. So Mango, how you doing? Thank you very much for joining tonight's stream. I'm so sorry for yesterday. We had a power failure with our ISP, we had no internet. What can I tell you? Just about as we were about to start the stream, our ISP just power failure. It affected thousands of people. So I'm so sorry about that. Really, really sorry about that. But anyway, we're here today, so awesome. Grand USB, how you doing? Thank you very much for joining the stream today. John Dolben as well. Hope I pronounce all your names correctly. If I don't, please put inside in the comments. If you guys have any questions or you want to say hi, don't be afraid to say hi in the comments below, and then we can have a conversation all together. So we're going to be unboxing, of course, today the HP Reverb G2. So it's sealed up still. Well, I don't know if it's sealed. It seems like there's a double box, maybe 2 boxes. And then later I'll also try my best to see if I can actually plug it into the computer, set it up, and see whether we can actually do some demos as well. So I will try to make sure that the stream lasts for about 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. I don't know. We'll last as long as is needed. There is another live stream that I did upload, by the way, guys, last week, which was the live unboxing, and well, not really unboxing, but anyway, it was the Pico Neo G2, Pico Neo 2, sorry. So do go and check out that video later as well. If you want to know more about the Pico Neo 2, which is a fantastic headset, by the way, really amazing headset, do go and check out that live stream later as well. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about everything. I'm going to take you through the comfort, the build. VR Gamer Dude said that he wasn't really impressed with the build. However, MRTV Sebastian Ang said he was amazed with the build and it was really good quality. So it's going to be very interesting to see, from my point of view, what's the build like compared to the Oculus Go, the Oculus Quest, the Pico Neo 2, and the DPVR as well. So quite a few headsets that I'm able to make the comparison with. We'll also look at comfort, and then we'll also look at display, graphics, and all that kind of stuff, and of course also the tracking with the controllers. Now the way that my light is set up is not meant for the reverb, so I definitely would have issues with the tracking, I think. But I will be flipping my lights and changing my scene a little bit to make sure that there will be as less tracking issues as possible. Now the reason why you need to know that there have been some tracking issues from certain people and other people is completely fine is for one simple reason. It's because the HP Reverb G2 uses a technology called the visible light technology, which basically means it needs to pick up the actual LEDs emitting the light itself, as well as the patterns inside of the controller. And also it has some kind of AI software inside, of course, to know more or less where everything would be. So if your lighting is too strong, like now I have 2 tungstens blasting into me, it probably won't be able to pick up these LEDs. So that's where you have tracking issues. So your light needs to be low light. You cannot have harsh light. If you have, you know, a window like Sebastian Ong was saying from MRTV, you need to make sure your blinds are closed. So don't have too much light coming into your room as much as possible. But at the same time, have some light so that the headset can track where it is, you know, in relation to the objects around you. That's very important. Now, I'm also hoping that, of course, I have the green screen, that it won't be an issue. Otherwise, I might have to put some, you know, black dots, or normally you have to use QR codes to put around your walls if your walls are very bright, for example, a yellow and orange, you know, a bright blue or something like that, and everything's the same color, then normally you should put some QR codes around your walls to make sure that, you know, or put a lamp, or, you know, some stuff like a bookshelf maybe, or something like that, just to make sure that, you know, it can pick up certain things around it so it doesn't get confused and it knows where it is. Hi Taconiel, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I don't know if you're French, sorry. Taconio, I'm so sorry. But thank you very much for being here. Yeah, quite excited to see your take on the Reverb G2. Well, hopefully it'll be good. But of course, please guys, today you know, let's take this with a pinch of salt. What I can definitely give you today, for sure, will be the build, the comfort, you know, the graphics. No issue about that. But when it comes to all the rest, you know, it took me 2 months of heavy testing with the Pico Neo 2 before I actually did a live stream of it, okay? 2 months every single day for like 4 hours a day. I was on it testing every single app, every single lighting condition you can think of, because the Pico Neo 2 uses a different technology for the tracking, which is called electromagnetic technology, which basically means they have, imagine this is the controller, they wrap a coil inside, and the coil will basically have some electromagnetic fields that the headset will then be able to pick up and tell it where all the controllers are and everything. So it's a very different technology. So, you know, I did take a lot of time of testing before I did the actual live stream. So take the pinch of salt, take the demo later with a pinch of salt. You know, I will have to do some testing if there are any issues specifically with the tracking, but hopefully everything will be okay. So, without further ado, let's start this thing. So, all right, let me just bring the camera down a bit. Zoom in a little bit. All right, so we're going to start the unboxing pretty much right away. So all right, and we're also going to, I'm just going to put some, just going to level up a bit the things. There we go. Put some music. All right. Alright guys, are you ready? Shall we do this? So do leave any questions that you have below, or any comments or anything like that. Put them below. Say hi, don't be shy. Hi Maganato, how you doing? Did I pre-order? No, I didn't pre-order. I would love to know if anyone has pre-ordered. Let us know which country you're from. Let us know when you pre-ordered it, and also did you receive you know, a link? You know, a link to know where it is in the world, or how soon are you going to get it, and all these kind of things. But I did wait a good month because we are official channel partners with HP. So we were supposed to receive it actually before November, but because of the new COVID things happening in America at the moment and around the world in Europe, it also caused some delays. It's not just, you know, other issues. So we got it a month later, but there you go. All right, guys, let's start this thing. So I will do an official video of this thing, so I will have to pack it up again. And then I will do a nice video for you guys. All right, so the condition in which it came, there are a few dents. It has taken a few knocks. I don't know if you can see. Here, there's a knock. There's a knock here also. There's also a nice knock here. Okay, let me just move my lapel. Okay, then hopefully you won't hear the mic crackling every time. All right, 1 month later, huh? All right, so let's do this. It's my first unboxing on camera, guys, so all right, let's do this. All right, can you see it? All right. There we go. All right. So by the way, just to let you know that, since this is COVID-19, what I have done is I took some anti-sanitizer stuff and I sprayed the entire box, just to let you know. And I applied it with, a sponge. So I put some hand sanitizer all over the box on every single corner and, completely wiped it. So I do suggest that when you receive packages like this, just, clean your box before you open it, just in case. Of course, probably nothing would happen, but just in case, you never know, I would suggest that you do that. All right. Okay, so within the box, there is another box, which is good, which is the official HP Pico Neo 2 box. Always best to stay safe. Yes, exactly. All right. Guys, don't be shy. Do say hello in the chat below. Ask any questions if you have any. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Ooh. All right, there we go. Okay, so. All right, so basically this thing, I guess you guys may have seen, in other videos. This came with it, which is some kind of instructions to say where to plug the cable in. Okay. The box is quite nice. It's a normal box, and also okay, I haven't touched this box in a week, so I probably don't need to sanitize it. But if you receive it within the same day, you may want to sanitize this box as well as the box outside as well, just to be just in case. So maybe I'll just do it very quickly also. All right, I'm back. Oh my God, sorry, excuse me. And then you might also want to, you can also wear gloves if you want to. All right. Excuse me. Whew. All right, so the box is okay. Normal box. What can I tell you? The box was already unsealed, already open. So I didn't open this. I didn't open this part. I remember doing that. I'll have to rewatch the video. Maybe I did. Who knows? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, thanks. Okay, right, so basically, let me get the light so you can see a bit better. Okay, you should be able to see. Oh, because it's very dark, all right. So the headset is in some kind of pouch. Okay, there we go. So it's wrapped in, you know, just some normal cloth. Okay, you should be able to see better now. Okay, there we go. Good. All right. So there seems to be a double compartment to the box, by the way. So the headset, which is wrapped in the cloth, is at the top. But then inside of the actual box have the controllers and all these kind of things. All right, so my first impressions. Let me sit down so you can see me in camera. Okay, you can kind of see me if I do that. The build's okay. I will try to be, the build is all right. I think VR Gamer Dude wins on this one, to be honest with you. I think it looks really nice. Let's start with the positive. It does look very nice, I have to admit. It kind of reminds me what the Oculus One when it first came out, how it felt, which was, you know, quite like really exciting and quite nice to actually have in your hand. So it looks fantastic. I mean, it really looks very nice. It could also be the lighting, but no, it does look very good. It's very photogenic, I have to say. It doesn't feel like it's a toy. It feels like it's like a proper gear, you know, something pretty professional, I have to admit. But in terms of the material, so let me talk about the material now. In terms of this, yeah, it does feel plasticky, I won't lie about that. I think VR Gamer Dude has definitely said it correctly. So it feels like you shouldn't drop it, basically. So, you know, the Oculus Go to me felt like a headset that you could just drop and you know nothing would happen to it because it's built like a tank. And I've dropped the Oculus Go so many times and it always worked completely fine. However, the Oculus Quest always felt a bit like you know, like a princess, you know, a lady that you just don't want to, you want to make sure it never drops on the floor. Well, the HP, this one feels like that too. So I think you'll have to take care of it. Make sure that you do get maybe a case for it, or make sure that you know, you have a place to put it where it's not going to get damaged, because it does feel like you need to make sure you look after it properly. That's what I'll say about this. So it looks very professional and it just looks beautiful, but the build is a bit plasticky. So, you know, just be aware of that. That would be my first initial impressions. Let me know if you don't understand what I'm trying to say. You know, so that would be the front. In terms of the inside's quite fine. I think the material they use is quite nice. Okay, am I still on camera? Yes. The material inside is very nice. I like the fabric that they chose. It's very spongy. And I guess, so to remove it, as Sebastian showed us, you just put it out and then that's it. So let me just put that here. Put that here. Okay. So what you can do, I'm guessing, is you could probably wash it by hand, I would imagine. Or you could use this. I'm just going to grab it. I'm in the kitchen now. Okay, I'm back in the studio. So you could use this thing. This is some. Oh, you could use some fabric stuff. So basically, it's antibacterial fabric spray that you would use on, cushions and curtains and all that kind of stuff. So I'm guessing that basically you could spray it on this thing, just spray it and then let it dry for a day or something. Or you could probably hand wash it, I imagine. There's a nose thing here which is made of rubber to seal the light from coming in. Don't know if you can see. Maybe I'm trying to put it better. So this is what they used here, this little piece here, so that basically it will seal the light from coming in under the nose. So that's pretty smart. No other headset that I have has this. So that will be the first time I'm going to try this. All right, and then inside, of course, we have the lenses. So of course we can open the headset completely. I'm just going to do a comparison. Oops, sorry, that was my Xbox S controller. So, just to compare the two, so I have the Pico Neo 2 here, and then here I have the HP Reverb G2. Okay, of course, both headsets are, you can't really compare them because they're for different markets. Does it just go like this? That's it. Does it go to in? No. Okay. So, so basically the HP Reverb G2 looks much more beautiful than the Pico Neo 2, but the Pico Neo 2 feels more robust than the HP Reverb G2 in terms of materials. So the plastic on the Pico Neo 2 is a harder plastic, whilst the plastic on the HP Reverb G2 is a softer plastic. So that's basically what I was trying to explain earlier. Yes. There you go. So now you can see them a bit better. So of course, we have the two cameras here and then two on the side. With the Pico, you only have two cameras on the front, and that's it. Okay. And then interestingly enough, for the to put it on the head, the Pico has a rubber one, but the HP decided to go with the Velcro, which feels pretty solid, I have to say. Yeah, nice Velcro. Nice material. This is quite a nice material. It definitely does not look cheap. I mean, it just doesn't look cheap at all to me. It looks like a really professional VR headset. So, in terms of weight, it feels like it's around the same actually. I think the Pico is slightly, yeah, it is heavier. Pico is heavier. Yeah, it is heavier. Not by much, but it is heavier. And also it's a larger headset. So yeah, the Pico Neo 2 is lighter than the Oculus Quest 1 and it's smaller than the Oculus Quest 1. So it gives you, kind of a comparison you know, comparing these two headsets with the HP Reverb G2. Okay, enough of Pico. Okay, so it feels very, oh my God, it does feel very light. Yeah, it feels super light. Wow, it feels very light. Oh my God, this is, if this was a boxing match, this would only be in featherweight. Yeah, this is super light. This is very light. Oh my God. This is heavy. Oh my God. Yeah, when you see, I was testing them like this, right? But when I do it like this is so much heavier. Oh my God. This is so light. Wow. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Right, so in terms of build and weight, I guess we spoke about it. I'm sweating a little bit, so I need to just... All right. Okay, so let's look at what else is in the box. Okay. So, second compartment, as you just saw, 2 compartments. And then in the second compartment, we have the controllers. Let me just bring the light down. Okay, there we go. So we have the cables in here and the controllers down here. So the controllers, let's take out the controllers first. Hi, Ungrateful Stuff. Wow, what a name. Hi, John X, how's it going? Hi, VR Angel. Thanks for joining the chat, guys. If you guys have any questions, do leave it below. Do you have the Team of Beaver on your PC? No, I don't have that one. I have to check it out. Fortnite Burger. It's quite funny. Hi, Julien Quality. How's it going? Thank you very much for joining the stream. Hi, John Doban. If you guys have any questions, do leave them in the chat below. And plan to sell the Rift S and save up for an HP Reverb G2. Cool. Awesome. All right, so the controllers. Okay, honestly speaking, I don't have the, I don't have the, what do you call it? Let me, okay, there we go. So I don't have a Valve Index controllers, so I won't be able to use Valve Index, but these controllers to me feel okay compared to the Oculus controllers. The Oculus controllers win by a mile. I'll tell you why. I really prefer the plastic that they used in the Oculus controllers. This plastic feels a bit okay. They feel super light, but I guess that's not really what I'm trying to. I don't think that's what's the problem. It just doesn't feel like solid plastic. It feels a bit. The material just feels a little. It's a very soft plastic. What can I tell you? So it feels very. Even though there's no batteries inside at the moment, so that's why they feel very light. But I just prefer the plastic used on the Oculus because it feels like a much more solid kind of material. So Mango, if you have the Oculus Touch controllers for your Rift, I think you're definitely going to prefer your Oculus. I think the rings to me are definitely very big. So it's something that I'm just gonna have to get used to. I think anyone, anyone who isn't used to having such big rings is definitely gonna have to get used to that. That's something that, you know, they're really big, the rings. Like, they're really big. They're at least 15 cm wide. They have to be. I don't have my ruler with me, but if I was to do a fist, I mean, my fist can go inside. So yeah, they're pretty big. They're very big, the rings. So definitely have to get used to, you know, playing games where you don't have to knock the rings. I think it's going to be something to get used to, depending on the VR experience that you'll be playing. For example, yeah, I don't know. I'll just have to start playing and see what happens. So yeah, they're definitely very big, and the plastic is it's a very soft plastic, so it feels. I'll just say that I prefer the Oculus Touch controllers. I think that's all I'll say. And for those who have an Oculus, then they will just understand what I mean. Okay, but as long as they work, then I think that's the most important thing. Okay, next. Okay. You also have to remember, guys, that, you know, I've been doing VR professionally for more than a year. Because I used to have another company supplying VR entertainment hardware for companies who wanted VR entertainment. So, you know, I come from a place where I've tested so many different VR headsets. So that's why I give you this feedback. But if this was my first VR headset, honestly, I'd be over the moon. So I just want you to know that and understand that my opinion may differ greatly to someone who, you know, isn't really so much used to being in VR. So as someone who, you know, hasn't been in VR that often, or maybe it's your second headset, completely amazing. But as someone who's tested so many different things, I'm just saying that the build quality feels a bit, you know, not there, comparing it to perhaps other VR headset. But as long as it works, I think that's really going to be what's the most important. And also the headset itself looks absolutely beautiful. I have to say this. It looks absolutely beautiful, and also it is super light. I mean, it is very, very light. So there you go. All right, moving on. Okay. All right. So in the compartment, we also have a box within the box within the box. So we have a third box. Hey Alex VR, how's it going, man? Thank you for popping by to the channel. If you got any questions, do let me know in the comments below. All right, I'm just going to put some light at the back. All right, so you can see at the front. Okay. Okay, so inside this box, undoubtedly, I guess we have the cables. Now, I understand that you need to plug in the you need to plug in the VR headset into mains in order for it to work. So I think that also will get, you know, have to get used to it. It's just the way it is. So, of course, HP in the future with your HP Reverb G2 or what have you not that you're planning to release, it would be fantastic if, you know, there was a way for your engineers, of course, out of the graciousness of the magical world that we love everything to be so wishful. If there was no such thing to do, and you know, we could just plug in things normally directly into the computer without having to plug things in the main, that would be fantastic. But of course, we don't live in a wishful world, so all our engineers, I mean, honestly speaking, they work so hard. So I'm sure that they know that already, and that they are working on it. So. Okay, so basically we have all the cables. Oh my god, so many cables. All right. Okay, now this thing came from America. I'm hoping I can actually plug it into Asia. I'm gonna have to double check. 45 watts. Okay, I'm pretty sure it can, otherwise it wouldn't have sent it. Okay, so we have the cable that goes into the headset. So this is, it's supposed to be what, 10 meters or 5 meters long, something like that. And then basically, I don't know if you can see on the camera here, this is where you plug in the bit from the main, so it's like a T-junction basically. Okay, so this will be, so this is where the instructions come in handy. Okay, so this is the headset part. All right, there we go. So I'm just preparing it so that I can set it up later. I'm not going to put the headset on now without any graphics or anything going on. I will just put the headset on straight away once it's powered on the computer. Okay, so one goes in USB-C. Oh, okay, so you can put in the HDMI or you can put in the USB-C, all right. Or is it both? I don't know. I'll just have to work it out as we go along. All right, that's that. And then there's also an adapter or something. Oh, okay. So they give you the USB-C to USB-A adapter as well, which is here. So I also got this 1 month later after the official launch. They still provide this, so that's very good. Okay. All right, and then there's another box within the box within the box within the box. That's a smaller box. And it is the batteries. Here we go. Here are the batteries. 4 AA's, so 2 pairs. AA's or AAA's? I can't remember. Let me. Okay. Is it AA or AAA? I can't remember. Anyway, the big ones. So sorry, I forgot. And also, just a tip, just in case you're not aware, if you're going to buy, rechargeable batteries for your controllers, make sure that they're 1.5 volts. Oh, AA 1.5 volts, not 1.2 volts. Otherwise, they're not going to last that long. And I do have a link in the description below as well, where you can actually go and buy them on Amazon. So do go and check that out. Okay, so let me just put them in. Okay, is there... Okay. All right, so basically all you have to do seems pretty straightforward. You just put your thumb here on this part, here, and then you just push it out like so. And then there we go. Oops. Okay. Okay, one's in. Still feels very light. Even when the batteries are in, still feels very light. So that's good. Yeah, with the batteries, they feel okay, but they feel front heavy, funny enough. So yeah, the rings, even though the weight is supposed to be at the back of the batteries, the rings are still pulling the gravity towards the front. So do be aware of this. I highly recommend that if you're going to wear these controllers, to put your strap on. so that, you know, if you do drop them by mistake, I just want to simulate the dropping, that at least, you know, they're not going to drop on the floor and you're not going to break them. So you have them on your wrist still. They definitely feel front heavy for sure. Yep, I completely agree with Sebastian Ang on this one, for sure. Yeah. So 1-1 to VR Gamer Dude about the quality of the plastic, and 1 to Sebastian Ang in terms of the look and the feel, and also the front heaviness of the controllers. All right, and I'll remove the plastic and all this kind of stuff later on. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do now... Hey, Nathaniel, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining today's stream. Everything's going well. We're just doing the unboxing of the HP Reverb G2. By the way, guys, we're also doing this live in Altspace, so you can go in Altspace to check out who's in the room. I'm not quite sure who's there because my computer is over there. But hi, anyone who's in Altspace and watching the stream directly from Altspace. We created a room in Altspace called VR Essential, so do go and check it out over there if you're, you know, in VR. And yeah, so we basically spoke about, you know, all the various different things, the build, and thank you very much, Nathaniel. It's very, very kind of you. And yeah, so now we're going to move on to the actual installation process of the actual HP Reverb G2 on the computer. So let's get on with it. Let's do it. I'm really impressed by the lightness. It is very, very light. It is seriously light, guys. This is very light. Like compared to the Oculus Quest number 1, because I never bought the 2. It is super light. So if you guys are saying that the Oculus Quest 2 is slightly lighter than the Oculus Quest 1, then this is much lighter than the Oculus Quest 2. I'll tell you that. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put in the computer and all these kind of things. So whilst I'm going to do that, I'm just going to put the music on. So, and I'm going to put on the screen that I'm setting up the HP. So just to let you guys know that I was trying to put the cable inside of the HP Reverb. The actual input where you put the cable inside of it is very deep. So it can be quite hard to know which way it goes in. So do be careful when you receive your HP Reverb G2. Take your time, don't rush it. Make sure you're going to put it in the right way, because if you put it the wrong way around, you could very easily break these connections, and then everything will be ruined. And also taking the cable out, as you saw, I took it out because basically when you put your cable, make sure you don't put it in the inside of your headset. Make sure that you put it from the outside in to the headset, not from the inside in to the headset. Okay, so for example, the cable is here on the exterior. Don't put your cable inside. Make sure it's on the exterior going into the headset. So you have to remove this part, the facial interface. You need to remove it, which is very easy to remove. And then you put the cable in. So it was actually quite hard to remove this. So I think once you put it inside, try not to remove it as much as you can, because it could damage the connection inside. Just just FYI. I think the cable itself is actually only 3 meters long, because I have an extension with my anchor cable that I use with my Pico Neo 2, and it gives me so much cable that I can really go all the way here. So I think my cable is not 5 meters. I think it's 3 meters, 3 or 4 meters. It doesn't feel like 5 meters anyway. I mean, I could be wrong, but it feels a bit shorter than my extension cable. However, the cable that is the power cord cable, so the power cord itself is a good 2 meters for the first part. So you probably have 2.5 meters to plug in your power cable into a power socket, so that you can basically power your VR headset. So it's definitely going to give you some room to, in case you don't have a socket that's right next to your computer, or you don't have a socket that's available, then you'll have an extra 2.5 meters for the T-junction. Even more than that, you probably, I would say nearly 3 meters of extra of cable for the T-junction to power it, just to let you know. Okay, I hope I don't have any power issues. It says 45 watts, but it doesn't say volts, so. All right, so basically I've just plugged in the T-junction cable. So I just plugged in the power into the VR headset, and now I'm going to do the power turn on. And I really hope nothing's going to explode because this thing's from America, and it's not telling me how many voltage there is on the plug, only how many watts, and I'm not quite sure what that means. So anyway, I'll just take the risk and see what happens. All right, so we have the power turned on. Power's turned on. Nothing's exploded, so all good. There's an LED, a white LED that flashed on the T-junction box thing to tell it that basically there's power. And also, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's actually sound coming into the VR headset. Don't know if you can hear it. So the sound is coming from the microphone. Sorry, the speakers, not the microphone, from the speakers. So sound is coming in directly into the speakers from my laptop, sorry, from my computer into the VR headset automatically. So I didn't have to change I don't know, a driver or something, I guess. So directly in here. Okay. All right, let's go to my computer now and see what I need to do. Okay, so let me change the view to my screen. Okay, I'm gonna have to quit Altspace. So I'm just gonna quit Altspace. I'm gonna quit Steam as well. And then I'll reopen Steam. Okay. Okay, so now we're at my laptop. Sorry, it's not a laptop. I'm using a computer. So we need to open Steam first, if I understand correctly. So if you don't have Steam, guys, do get it because you're going to need it. And Steam is the world's most credible platform to download all your VR applications. All right, let me just check the chats. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I hope we have a good experience with it as well, mate. I really, really do hope so. It's so light. It's so light. I'm really impressed with the weight, I have to say. Okay, Windows Mixed Reality. There we go, it's here. So launch. I would like to stop the sound going to the VR headset. Okay, so basically what you can see on my desktop at the bottom here. Let me just get rid of this text thing here. Okay. All right, there we go. So if you can see on the bottom right-hand side of my computer, you see there's a new driver now called Realtek USB 2.0 audio. So this is basically what happened when I plugged in the when I plugged in the HP Reverb G2 thing, it basically created a new driver inside of the computer. So do make sure that if you don't hear the sound after you installed it, just go into your sound settings, which is somewhere. I'm not going to go and try and find it now. Just go to your sound settings and make sure that this is enabled so that you can hear, because normally you should be able to hear any sound coming from your PC directly into your HP Reverb if you enable this driver. So now I'm going to change the driver into my normal driver, and then there you go. There's no more sound coming out the HP now. All right, so let's launch this. Preparing, okay. Something's happening. Steam VR's happening. Okay, so Steam VR is not saying there's a headset to it, so do I need to do something else? Did I have to download something else? Back on. Okay, let me just check inside the headset if there's anything that I can see inside. Do I need to power it on? No, I mean the sound came out normally, so I shouldn't have to power it on. No, it's completely black, so there's no images coming out. Okay. Right. Steam, where are you? Okay. Okay, so it's telling us that we need to get the Windows. So basically what you need to do is first you need to launch Steam, then you need to plug in the VR headset, because basically this came up after I launch. It started. I agree. Yes, I owe you. You own my life. Okay, fine. I agree. Okay, so my headset display, okay, I need to put that back in, all right. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so you have to, there are basically two ports that you have to put inside of the computer. So one is the USB USB-A, so you have the transformer, the thing, the USB-C to USB-A, and then you also have to put some, I don't know what it's called, but maybe it's an HDMI of some kind, I don't know what it is. But anyway, you have to plug in both into the back of your PC, otherwise it will not work. Okay. Paired, not connected, paired, not connected. Okay, great, so it's paired. So guys, I will change the lighting of the actual of my play space, so to make sure there's no tracking issues when we do the demo, okay? Okay, next. Get to know your controllers, okay? Set me up all experiences. Okay. So you can see, I basically press the Windows, there's a Windows icon on the controller. Oh, you can't see because I changed the thing. Let me just, okay, there we go. So let me just turn off the lights. So you see it's like Christmas in here. So basically we have the LEDs are switched on. So all I did was let me just, there we go, remove that thing. So there are basically some Windows icon. For those who are used to mixed reality, I guess it's the same for you. But for those who are not used to it, basically instead of the Oculus icon, you have a Windows icon. And you just press on them, press and hold, and it will pair the controllers automatically. And then you can see them basically. This is what the headset needs to track. So it doesn't track infrared, so it will not work in complete darkness, but it needs to track the actual light. So the LEDs need to be very bright, which is why you need to have low light inside of your room. You cannot have light that is too bright, otherwise it just won't track it properly. You need to know this, guys. Please take a note. Any headset that uses visible light technology, it doesn't use infrared, okay? So you can't use an IR light, for example, it won't work. What's very interesting is that at the moment, only one controller is flashing the LEDs brighter than the other. Can you see on the screen there? So I'm not quite sure why. I'll have to investigate why. Maybe the batteries in one controller aren't as good as the others, I don't know. I'm using the batteries that were provided by HP, by the way. I'm not using my own batteries. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. 1, 2, test. Test. Testing. Icon, good. Okay, sorry guys, I have some technical issues with one of my microphones. It seems to have gone for some reason. So what I was saying is that one of the LED controllers is not emitting as much light as the other, so I will try to find out why later and post another video in the future. So do subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure that you get notified when I upload that video. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my play space to make sure that we can do the boundary and all these kind of things. Testing microphone, is it back? Is it back? Yes. All right, guys, so I've set up the play space. So basically what I've done is I took my two LED standing lights. Let me show you. And I put them, let me see if I can show you. So I put them facing the wall, so they're not actually facing the green screen directly. This is to make sure that basically the lights from the LEDs are going to be visible by the headset. Otherwise, there's going to be some issues with the tracking. So make sure that when you do your lighting, you keep it low light, not too much light, just enough so the headset knows where it is. But more importantly, so you can actually see the LEDs. Sorry for the raffle in the microphone, it's because I'm moving around. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create the boundary using the actual headset, which again, it's really going to take getting some used to, because I'm so used to using, you know, I'm used to actually using the controllers to do this, not a VR headset. So. Okay. All right, let me see if I can see anything inside. Okay, I still can't see anything inside the headset. Test, test. Okay. So it's telling me that I have to point it towards the computer, and then basically I have to then trace. Okay, so trace, tracing, okay. I don't have enough cable, you see. This is so weird. This is really, really strange for me. This is like the strangest way to create a boundary. This is so unsafe. HP, you cannot do this. There has to be a system in place. Windows, I don't know who's in charge of this, but please change this. You know, this is so unsafe. Like, I could bump into my skateboard, I could bump into my lights. I could really injure myself. Like, I can see some potential issues happening here, because this is really unsafe. Test 1, 2. Oh my God. Okay, so now we're basically setting up the software, as you can see. And you can tell that my play space is tiny. It's literally 2 meters by 2 meters. That's all that it is. Okay, it says that we're all done. If you had headphones with a mic. Okay, I can hear the music coming through the what is this starting soon thing? Let me get rid of this. Sorry about that. Let me get rid of this thing as well. Okay, there we go. That's better. So you can see me below. You'll be able to see me below. All right. Okay, can I see inside? Yes, I can see inside. Okay, so the question is, how can I show you the inside? Okay. Ready. Okay, so I'm trying to see how I can So now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and see if it, oh, I guess it won't work with ADB because it's not an Android device, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, I'm trying to see how I can actually show. How do I show what you see inside, what I see inside? Okay, give me a minute. Let me work this out. Okay, so. All right, guys, first time I have to remove the lens caps, the lens protection. So this will be the very first time I'm going to see inside of the VR headset. Very, very first time. So I'm going to put my glasses on, however, which I don't know if they're going to fit. The Pico Neo 2, it fits like a glove. Test 1, 2. Yes, the mic is still working. Okay, good. Let me see if they fit. No, they don't fit in. Ooh, just. They just fit. Okay. Okay, so I can't see a thing in there. Okay. I'm gonna take off my specs. Okay. So there is an IPD underneath. Okay, I think what I see inside at the moment is not meant to be in VR. So, because I very much doubt that what I'm seeing right now is meant to be seen in virtual reality, because the display is very weird. It must be me who set it up in a very strange way, so I'm pretty sure it must be me. So basically what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing everything like not in the right eye. So I'm not seeing in a VR experience. I'm seeing in a double screen effect. So I think it's probably something to do with the way perhaps I plugged in the headset. I'm pretty sure it's got nothing to do with the actual headset itself. So I must have done something wrong during the setup. All good? No. Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to. Oh, something there. Okay. This is definitely wrong. So because I just put on the headset for the very first time, it felt very comfortable, by the way. Just I need to work out what's happening inside of the VR headset, which will take me some time because I've never used this before. So basically the issue that I'm having at the moment, let me change my camera. Okay. So the issue that I'm having at the moment is that inside the headset, I'm not actually seeing the display displayed correctly. So everything is cross-eyed, everything's everywhere. It's not like VR 360. So it's probably got to do with, I don't know, the way I installed it or something like that, that basically is not displaying the information correctly. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that, and then I can give you my, real good impressions. Probably something that I forgot to, there's probably a step that I missed or something like that. So maybe just redo the steps again from scratch. Maybe I had to open Steam after, I don't know. test, 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 test. Test, test. Okay, so let's try again. No. Why is it like that? Okay. Test, test, test. Testing. Test. Okay guys, so basically the issue that I'm having again is that I can't see properly inside the headset. So I will have to work this out online and go and find out what I've done wrong. Let me just grab my mic. Yes, so basically inside the headset, I can't see properly. So nothing, it's not in VR360 in the proper eyes. So it could be the way I plugged in my cables. It could be a step that I missed. It could be something that I have to go and find. I don't know. So I can't give you my impressions in terms of graphics. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a separate video about that. So do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get to know in case you also will have this kind of issue. Then I will put it into a video so that you can make sure you don't have the problem. But in terms of build, it's fine, it's okay. In terms of comfort, it seems to be very comfortable. It's extremely light. It's amazingly light compared to any other VR headset I've used so far. So I think so far so good in terms of the build, in terms of the comfort. And I will do a separate video in terms of the graphics. I'm sure they're fine because everybody's saying that they're absolutely amazing. So I think so far so good. I just need to work out, as I mentioned just now, why it's not displaying properly in the headset. So let me go and work that out. It would be nice if it was just plug and play and that's it, it was done. But apparently there are a few other steps to do. So let me go and follow those steps properly, and then I'll do another video, a follow-up video. So do hit the bell notification. Guys, I really want to thank you for joining today's live stream. I hope that it was helpful to you. And if you have any recommendations or any specific suggestions or questions or anything like that, do leave them in the comments below so that I can do a follow-up video as well, answering those potential queries or address any issues of any kind that you may have. Then I can do 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 10 videos if I have to answer all your different queries. So guys, thank you very much. I'm so sorry I can't do the demo today, but we will try to do another demo perhaps next weekend, and then in the meantime I'll also try to upload a video during the week as well. So until next time guys, a big goodbye to you from Singapore. It's almost 3-4 o'clock in the morning here, I think. Have a great Sunday evening if it's the evening time, or great Sunday if it's daytime to you. And thanks again for joining. I really appreciate it. And thanks to those in Altspace if you're watching also. And of course, a big thanks to HP also for supplying us the VR headset. So guys, take it easy. And until next time, have a good Sunday. Ciao.